Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine HyVee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the Hy-Vee Today Show. This is Tony Tone. It's Tuesday, the 19th of May. We are so glad to be with you. I was off yesterday. Good to be back. Can't believe it's the 19th of May. Time flies. I want to mention a couple things before we get started. On Friday afternoon, we had a sighting of Phil Schlesman, who's normally here on a Friday afternoon, but Phil's face was on the side of a Hy-Vee semi-truck, and it's been there for a while. So Phil, a couple years ago, recognized as one of the legendary customer service award winners. There's little Phil and there's big Phil. So Phil, this award that Hy-Vee does annually, they only hand out a couple of them, these legendary customer service award, and part of the prize is you get your mug on the side of a truck, and that Hy-Vee semi-truck just happened to be at our store delivering product. You never know when it's going to happen. The last time this happened, Randy Beimer was on the truck. I think Delmer is on the side of a Hy-Vee truck, and there was Phil. So Phil let me know, and I was like, you got to go take a picture with it. And the biggest thing question that Phil had is, how should I pose? I was like, I don't know. What do you want to do? You want to touch your face awkwardly? I'm like, I don't have my face on a semi-truck. I don't know how you're supposed to pose. But that was awesome. And another just big shout out and thank you to all of the Hy-Vee truck drivers, but really truck drivers everywhere that, when even long before a pandemic, truck drivers should be recognized because they're literally driving product across this country. And for us, it's coming from Des Moines, where Hy-Vee's headquarters are and warehouses, bringing it to Muscatine. And they haven't stopped working. And if anything, the Hy-Vee truck drivers, they're like the nicest guys ever. They really are. Super polite, very helpful. The other day, we were offloading a semi with some of the furniture from in here in the Market Grill onto another semi that Tantera Transportation let us borrow. And this guy just started helping, and I thought he was the driver from Tantera. No, he was just a Hy-Vee truck driver waiting to back up to the dock. So I appreciate them, and we give them a shout-out. I wasn't here yesterday because I had some flooring done at my house, and I don't know if you're looking to get anything done, but, man, sometimes you get a little flooring done in a bathroom, and it makes it look so much better. So I'm going to give a shameless plug to my friend James, who did an awesome job. That's something that I don't want to know how to do. I don't want to know how to do flooring, right? I'm okay with that. You leave it up to the experts. I could watch a YouTube video and try, but it wouldn't have got done in the same day. So kudos to my friend James who did that. Chad, do we have the before picture of my bathroom floor? It was just that typical house built in the 90s, kind of you can just see it just like that, like a stick-on thing. Just 90s, right? I think our house was built in 91. And then you get a professional in there. You pick out some waterproof, I guess this is the thing, waterproof vinyl plank flooring. And it looks so much better, right? Just immediately. Holy moly. The dude was efficient. He had 2 bathrooms done in a couple hours. So shout out to James, and it's just way better. Way better. Makes you feel so much better. So, and then my job was just removing and then reattaching the toilets, which I've gotten pretty good at. I don't want to brag, but I'm number 1 in the number 2 business. So that's good. I want to mention that we are coming into Memorial Day, and we have a full-page Memorial Day themed ad that's on the back page of the Discover Muscatine newspaper. So look for that in your mailboxes today and tomorrow. A lot of good deals on there from wine and spirits. Starting there, Jim Beam, Jack Daniels, Exile Brewing, Busch Light, Absolute Vodka. Kayleen has so many more deals. Those are just a couple that we picked to highlight. The Million Brat sale is happening in the meat department, 10 for 10 on brats and brat patties. I love a brat patty. How about the Busch Light brats? Those things are popular, and they sold really well on Friday. Below that, the Memorial Day Mega Muffin Fuel Saver turned muffins into cheap gas, which is super cool. I think, what is it, Chad? Is it 5 cents per muffin? Is that what that says? Yeah, on every muffin. So whether it's a 2-pack, 4-pack, or 9-pack, maybe you never thought you needed a 9-pack of muffins. Well, you do, because 45 cents off a gallon is pretty good. And the last thing I'll mention about that ad is a fuel saver coupon that is right there. So tomorrow and Thursday, when you spend, what is it, $50, 30 cents on the fuel saver. The more you spend, the more you save. You got to have that coupon. So again, you'll get it on the newspaper today or tomorrow, and then come to the store and take advantage of it. It's just so weird talking about Memorial Day weekend being this weekend. It doesn't seem like it's possible, but it is. And I'll tell you this much, and we're going to get to our first guest. If you're going to be outside at all, and you're going to be enjoying maybe Memorial Day barbecue in your backyard, you got to have one of my favorite products, and that's Bug Soother. And our friend Frida Seiko is back with Simply Soothing, which is located in Columbus Junction. And Simply Soothing, the makers of Bug Soother, now bringing you a brand new product. Frida, this hand sanitizer is fantastic. So how have you been, my friend?
Good.
It's good to see
busy.
you. Yeah, I was going to say, things are not slowing down for you. So how long have you been doing the Bug Soother?
2008, I believe is when, but not, seriously, we started in 2012. So we got about 8 years of making it.
And Bug Soother was keeping you busy enough. But then the world kind of shifted in March, and all of a sudden people were having a hard time, and this is actually my personal bottle of the Simply Soothing hand sanitizer. People were having a hard time finding hand sanitizer, and places like this, like Hy-Vee, were having a hard time getting hand sanitizer here. So how did this, and then we have the product on the set with us, how did this relationship between Simply Soothing and the Mississippi River Distilling Company come to be? Because it seems like it's a great partnership to be
It is.
to be
It's a
working
good
together.
story. Good Iowa story
Yeah.
is what I say. Iowa's strong, but FDA listed some of their requirements to make a different kind of sanitizer. I think around the first part of April, and I had read about it, and I, of course, jumped into trying to figure out how we could make it, and I could not find alcohol.
Sure.
And so a distributor recommended that I talk to Mississippi River Distillery, which are a great bunch of guys. I mean, that's been a wonderful partnership, but he can't bottle, and we can't make it, so perfect marriage.
I was going to say. So, and two great locally owned Iowa businesses. For those that maybe don't know, Mississippi River Distilling Company in LeClaire, owned by Ryan and Garrett Burchett. Ryan Burchett, former meteorologist on Channel 6, a friend of mine for a long time. And then Simply Soothing in Columbus Junction, family-owned and operated business. So I love this story, and yeah, it makes total sense. So Ryan's team is able to, and correct me if I'm wrong, Frida, you said you get it in 55-gallon containers?
Yep.
Holy moly. And you said just this morning you got how many?
24.
24 of them. So the demand for the Simply Soothing hand sanitizer is still there. And it just makes sense when you think about the fact that you have access to not only the different size bottles, but obviously you have the equipment to do the bottling, right?
Yeah.
So how much hand sanitizer have you bottled at Simply Soothing?
Oh boy, I have no idea. Isn't that awful? I know.
No, but I'm sure, I mean, it's got to be in the thousands, right?
It's in the thousands. I think we're filling like between 3,500 and 4,500 bottles a day. So yeah, we've got
Every
lots of it.
day.
And we went to bigger sizes. We went to the 8 ounce, which is, it's such a light product because it's 80% alcohol.
Yeah.
And it's a different kind of sanitizer. And I always want to tell people that because it's sprayable. It's 80% alcohol and a little bit of glycerin, a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, and the rest is water. So it's not what people are used to, but I really like it because it doesn't leave any residue on your hands.
You know, I was just going to say, Frida, I agree 100%. I think, I mean, I just look at my hands and the fact that I've, worked here and been working the entire time. When your product got to the store, and been great coverage, by the way, story from Channel 6, I prefer your hand sanitizer. Because
a local company that protects us from all the bugs during the summer has now transitioned to help protect us.
Some of the other hand sanitizer products, I don't know how much to use. And Frida, I end up using too much. With this, it's literally, watch this, friends. I do like a spritz, and then I do the spritz, and that's it. And you can do this move if you feel so inclined, and it dries really quick, and it's just fantastic. So I agree with you 100%. Yeah. Has the demand slowed down at all? I bet it probably
Competition. I mean, that's which we knew that.
Yeah.
Other people getting into it. We were trying to be first.
Sure.
to the market with it. So, and then the other issue is that we've had big inquiries about a lot of bottles that we're not able to do that kind of. So we're trying to stick with the, you know, the smaller accounts, test the smaller, you know, and keep those supplied, like this Hy-Vee and some other Hy-Vees.
Well, and it was great when it arrived because I didn't really even know that it was happening. And then Lori Hardman, who works here, says, hey, I've got the new Simply Soothing hand sanitizer. And I said, Simply, huh? What? I was so excited because you know that I've been such a fan of Bug Soother. It's my go-to. Is it weird to have, and again, it's not a competing product because it's, well, I mean, this is hand sanitizer and we need a lot of it to keep ourselves healthy and safe. But man, the Bug Soother, normally you come on the show, Frida, and you're like, we can't even keep up with the Bug Soother demand. Now that's kind of shifted a little bit to the hand sanitizers. But then, Frida, I'm in the backyard and it's buggy. So I've got Bug Soother at the house. But I just hope people don't forget, and not that they will, but it's going to be a buggy summer, right? I mean, we just had all that rain, and if you know anything about rain and standing water, it hatches all these little devils. But yeah, I just hope that, and nobody's going to forget about Bug Soother, certainly, but it's got to be interesting to have another very popular, in-demand product, while at the same time, you know that and this week we're going to crack 80 degrees, and that seems like the perfect storm. People are going to need their Bug Soother, aren't they?
Right, right. And that's also with the hand sanitizer, you know, it's, I think it's going to be a steady business for us too, but it made us an essential company to stay open, and that was part of what we were looking at too. If they did do a shelter in place and shut down businesses, we could keep people working.
Isn't that nice? Simply Soothing Columbus Junction, how many people working for you down there?
Today? Oh boy, I don't know.
And how many of them are relatives?
How many show up?
But it's got to be nice to keep everybody.
We've had some sick, you know, there's some, but a lot of temporary help too comes in the summer. So I don't know how many we've got there as of today. Probably 20, 25, somewhere in there.
And it's such a great Iowa story, and the website looks fantastic, by the way. If you haven't been on, simplysoothing.net, you can see it on the screen right there. The Bug Soother, what I love about it, it works, Frida, but it smells so good. And that's something that I always come back to with a lot of other bug options, that none of them smell good. And I know that that was important to you guys for when people pick up your product. You don't want it to smell like a typical bug spray, right?
Yeah.
Have you had to look at the formula at all? Do you feel like gnats and other insects are starting to get onto your Bug Soother, or are they not that
yet.
smart? Good.
We just reformulated. We had to go through all that because it was regulatory. We had to do it. We're hoping that doesn't happen.
I was going to say
anytime soon, because that's a nightmare.
I know, and the fact that you guys were able to get through that and have the product still work and be as effective is great. And I think that for people that are watching, I just hope they understand, because I've been trying to tell people, like, yes, you know, folks are being encouraged to stay home, but that doesn't mean you can't be out in the backyard or the front porch. And this needs to be, you should just, I don't know, we have like 5 bottles of Bug Soother, like between my wife's car, my car, in the garage. It's just one of those things that we always have on hand. The candle, though.
The candle.
I want to talk about the candle, because this was new, was it last year? Okay.
And that's another Iowa company that's actually making that for us too. We don't have the capability of that.
That's fantastic.
I call them the wrong name. They're Milk House Candles, but their company is like American Soy or something in New Hampton.
This is super cool. Brad, I'm gonna hold this up if you want to follow me. So Frida, why should folks try the Bug Soother candle? First of all, DEET free, which is fantastic. But this is one of those things, again, you're out in the backyard, you got a table. Guess what? You want to keep them away, right? Yeah,
and it's especially for mosquitoes. I mean, it's more effective for mosquitoes, but it smells a lot like Bug Soother. I mean, it's similar to it's a good smell.
It is a good smell.
You can burn it in your house too, actually, because it's not going to hurt anything.
Right. Well, and the worst thing, somehow I was vacuuming. I don't know how this happened. The other day, I think it was on Sunday, I was vacuuming in my basement, and there was a dead bee. And I freaked out. I was like, how did a bee get in the basement? This makes no sense. Like, I was really concerned when I saw that. So the last thing, what I'm getting at is like, if you have even like a little tiny hole in like a screen in your window, these critters are going to find a way in. And yeah, mosquitoes are just the worst. Don't you think? Like mosquitoes.
Oh, I hate gnats.
Yeah, gnats are also, so that's what I was going to say. If you've ever been
I don't like ticks either.
Ticks are
and it doesn't repel ticks. But,
but if you've ever been mowing your grass and you've come upon that swarm of gnats, like you can see it before you get to it. And I'm here to tell you that the bug soother, if you have it on, the gnats, like Moses parting the Red Sea, I've seen the gnats just go like this. They're just like, get me out of here.
When we got a tip from a customer, we've heard this before, you can spray your screens with bug soother.
Oh my gosh.
And it keeps them from coming inside.
Why don't you just get into the screen business, Frida? What are we doing? Simply soothing window screens. That's a great idea.
There you go, yeah.
Spray the screens. A tip that I have is if you're wearing a hat, like Brad's got a hat on, spray the hat, right? So then, because that's the worst when you get dive bombed.
Yeah.
Like nobody wants to deal with that. Okay, I wanted to ask, one of the things that's been in the news is these, what they're lovingly called murder hornets.
Oh,
Have you thought about getting into like the Simply Soothing? Could they offer a product to get rid of the murder hornets? What if it was like a blowgun that had like a Simply Soothing dart in it? Do you like that idea?
No.
Have you seen the size of these hornets,
No.
Frida? You haven't seen them? Look at the size of these things. This could be the next thing for you guys. I mean, look at how big that is.
Where are they at?
They're coming here. Apparently, if you watch the news, they're everywhere. They're coming to the United States. What do you think about the Simply Soothing murder hornet repellent?
Not much.
What if we just took a lighter and some of the hand sanitizer and
There
we
you
used
go.
it as like a blowtorch?
You could. I mean, that stuff is so flammable.
Trademark 2020 Hy-Vee Today's Show. Please don't make a blowtorch. But it's just fascinating to me the amount of insects that we deal with in Iowa.
We do.
It's just weird when you're outside and you're like, I didn't even know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like wasps. I understand that we need bees. I like bees. But I feel like wasps don't serve no purpose. But the same thing with gnats and mosquitoes. And I just love that your company, you've almost thought of everything. So one of the things on my list to ask you is, and again, I want to ask any new products. Obviously, the hand sanitizer is still very new, put together kind of quickly with Mississippi River Distilling Company. Outside of that, were there plans for any Simply Soothing products that we're either going to get into like testing phase or stuff that you want to maybe look at coming down the pike? I
can't think of anything. The sanitizer's taken a lot of our energy right now trying to get that figured out.
Sure.
Not that I know of. You know, I'm getting old.
You're No, you're not, Frida. Age ain't nothing but a number, right? Are you open to suggestions? What about a bug soother car freshener? What do you think
We
about
have
that?
one.
You have it? Oh, well, I guess I should spend more time on the website.
We can't say that it repels, but yeah, if
you
you
hang
think
it in the
about
car?
it, the same scent, and the scent repels. So
And it works
the scent
just
of
as well.
summer. There's a whole line called the scent of summer, and
That's
you can
right.
layer with lotions and all kinds of stuff.
And you still doing the mice away? Is that what it's
Yep,
called?
mice be gone.
Mice be gone. Here's the thing. If you're watching, go to the website and you're going to see there's the air freshener. Look at that. So there's the website, simplysoothing.net.
Go down to air fresheners. There's some hanging car fresheners.
Sure. Look at that. That's fantastic.
And they're made with the scent, the combination of the scent that comes with bug soother.
Yeah, the very popular scent that is also super efficient in keeping the bugs away.
And there's some melts that are that scent, so theoretically we can't say this for sure, but because we'd have to test for it. But
but you can say with confidence that it's going to make a difference.
If you think about it, you melt that wax
Right.
in your houses or whatever you're at. If you're outside, it should repel.
Oh, that's such a great idea. Well,
But I'm not swearing by that.
No. Frida is just merely offering as a suggestion. Let's see, who is this on Facebook? Elsa says, phenomenal products from a phenomenal family. Carrie says, I shared with a friend who lived in Florida, in the Florida Keys. She absolutely loves it, orders online now. That's the thing with this product is we can't really say that it's just an Iowa thing because you've certainly garnered some, even worldwide. Isn't Bug Soother, are you in the United Kingdom? Is that correct?
Yes, we're in the UK, yep.
Everywhere.
We've been doing that for several years, and he sells, it's a guy, we call him Persistent Willie, but he sells that market, and he just got an account in Iceland, and I mean, it's interesting all the places it goes to.
Isn't that exciting? In Columbus Junction, Iowa, with a worldwide footprint. And again, if you haven't tried the Simply Soothing hand sanitizer, I would definitely put it on your list the next time you're in a place like Hy-Vee. You can pick it up, and it's just great. And then you got to I was excited to see, and you brought a whole bunch of Bug Soother products.
We brought a lot of
stuff. It is time. It's go time, isn't it? Like I saw a table where we're going to have a large display built in just a second. We've actually got a case of it over our shoulder, which is super cool. You can see the Bug Soother in there. And it's just, and again, I do appreciate, and you mentioned this with the hand sanitizer, Frida, but the different sizes, right? I know that that's a big deal for you guys because you've got almost like the personal size, and then even, what's the largest bottle that Bug Soother comes in? Like you can almost get it in the size.
Gallon.
A gallon. Do people buy it by the gallon?
They do buy it by the gallon.
Holy
A lot of
smokes.
people buy it by the gallon.
And then do they just kind of refill their own
They
bottles?
refill.
Wow.
I guess. I don't know. We're selling quite a few gallons right now. I don't know what they're doing with it.
That's fantastic. Well, maybe they've got a serious bug problem around that. Maybe they're power washing their screens because apparently that's the best idea I hadn't thought of. SimplySoothing.net is the website. Bug Soother on Facebook. 3,500 to 4,500 hand sanitizers bottled per day. Iowa story, keeping people employed, being an essential business. I mean, I didn't even think about that, but that makes total sense. And this is a non-sterile solution. This is the real deal. And I hope that if you're watching, again, you try it out, and then you got to get ready. Because guess what? Those bugs, they're not taking the week off. They're here, right?
Here.
Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like, it was just this weekend and just the other night. I'm like, no, not doing it.
Yep.
You know?
So you guys are stocked up.
I appreciate that.
This Hy-Vee is our top seller.
Really? Wow.
Of everything,
We'll
really.
take that.
Of the sanitizer, too.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what.
Good job.
We had an awesome, when this came to the store, we had it in a lot of places, but one of them was kind of on the back of one of the registers. And it just, you put it out online and all of a sudden people are, because this is one of those things. I mean, hand sanitizer, we didn't have any for a while, when everything started to happen and around March, 13th-ish, this was one of the things that was gone.
Yeah.
And then people were finding recipes online, I guess, on how to make their own, but guess what? We didn't have any alcohol.
Yeah.
So this is where that partnership, again, just makes total sense between Mississippi River Distilling Company and Simply Soothing. I'm so excited for that product, but again, to have the Bug Soother and to know that that works is just great.